Good evening. Welcome to the live Facebook. All right. Welcome members. Welcome also for the public. Good evening to all. So we're going to be starting shortly. For those of you who are with us and are viewing this recording, we also wish you a very good trading ahead. Especially we are very close. Just a couple of days more. We are into the last month of the year. As I said before, early this year, even way up into just after the Chinese New Year, for the year of dragon, I've been saying the year of dragon is certainly a good year. Of course, some of you would have followed me beginning of the year, and I've been doing this also for the last couple of years. So a lot of my so-called comment do come true as the market is undergoing some sort of bullish. A lot of the reasons that I give are generally more macroeconomics, as well as the charts that we use are the trade VSA, which give you the buy and sell signal. So for tonight, my discussion will be on the year-end market move. All right, I think year-end market move, many of you who have been with us probably know my expectation and how I see this market, which I always talk about in my breakfast show and also to our members. So this is more of a collection of my thought and the evidence suggested that the market will it rally ahead, or will we see a sell-off coming? So I'm just going to present you the factors and the evidence that is here. So if should it happen, there will be no surprises, and at least to get you guys started out on the right side, and also just to showcase to you some of our trade VSA buy and sell call, all right, which we have ever since we are a Malaysia digital status, as well as being a DIA digital investment advice service provider. That's something new. We are licensed by the Securities Commission of Malaysia. Now for tonight, why Bursa? Already started off with outcome that may not be rallying for the year. All right, so take note. This is my so-called prediction or my forecast, what we have seen so far, and the evidence suggested that for the remaining 1 month, it's not going to be much happening in here. The market, it is pretty much where it is, and if you look back to the overall chart that we have even much earlier, 1620 was the most likely average of the analysts. Now remember during the beginning of the year, we talked about many analysts giving partate either from 1580, 1620, and right now the KLCI, I think many of you would have known. Let me just bring out the my so-called trade VSA in here, and you could see we are at 1604. All right, the average analyst expectation for year end is 1620, somewhere from 1580 as high up to 1700. So we are short of 1604, and as you can see, we are about 10%. All right, so don't expect much for the remaining 3 weeks to 4 weeks for our Malaysian market, despite what they say. So I'm going to share with you evidence, but the other market, the US market, may present a lot of opportunity, and I do hope that many of you all who hear the advice as well as looking into Smart Roby US are doing much better with the US market. Certainly I myself and some of our members who've been using the US market has certainly performed very well, and of course you can always use Smart Roby US at the exchange, have many good stocks for you in here. So we'll also be looking at the VSA 360 indicators just to showcase to you some of the stocks that we have, and probably wrap up this time. Why Bursa Malaysia may not rallying like the US market. All right, I think from last week I already hinted to you as the market in here. I think we're going to start going to the second main reason is definitely the foreign fund, right? Which later on I'll show you the VSA 360, the foreign fund level. The foreign fund has been net seller almost the last 2 months out of it. So our market, like it or not, we need foreign funds market to come in. And if you look into the other exchange region, which I think this week or last Friday, we have the exchange all the exchanges meeting, the SGX, the PSC, the Jakarta Stock Exchange, and the Thai were meeting together in Bursa to talk about how we can bring more foreign fund into the ASEAN region, where all of y'all will benefit too, right? I think this ASEAN move is definitely a right way, because we are competing with a big giant. All right, like it or not, many of you will have known, if I have money, I can always put in the US, where US is a bit more guaranteed the kind of return because of Trump being in second term. And we all know the characteristic of Trump is very, very businessman. As long as got money, got his name, the stock market is going to go higher. Even Tesla, like it or not, has rallied since Trump has won the 47 general election in here. You'll be sworn in as a president on January 20th. And the market has since rallied, has pulled back a bit, but now retesting the old high. And of course, the other region are the structural economic issues, high labor workforce, which every time you will hear this reason on and on again. All right. Thank you, Nora, for coming. Thank you, Nora, for coming. And the market breadth. Right, for those of you who've been following my weekly podcast, I've said before, the market breadth, the number of stocks that are trading below 200-day moving average are almost at 50%. So many of the stocks are actually underwater. And if you look at the KLCI, we are, later on I'll show you on the FKLI chart here, we are also below 200-day moving average, really. So this says a lot about where we are. Right. So if you look at the KLCI, this is definitely the KLCI that we have for the month of November leading into the year 2020, since the sanction started back in 2018, where Trump sworn in. We've been seeing negative return, okay, with the exception for 2020, where we have COVID. All right, let me just highlight this again. Okay, COVID was can you see this? No, I think I better bring this. Yeah, this was the only positive, because we have a big sell-off on the month of the COVID. The COVID was here, the big sell-off, and then the market rallied back, and then there was a big sell-off, then the market pulled back. So if you look from that, month of November is almost like this. I think it will still stay positive for all its matter in a month of positive, but it's not going to go that far. We're only on the 27, 28, 29, so a couple of days more, and I think the next 3 or 4 days will be pretty much what we have today. If you look at today on our so-called VSA 360, you can see market is up 1.1 point, and it's pretty much going to be the same. All right, the trend is going to be the same, but the month of December may look positive. But before I jump into how likely the December month is going to be, let me share with you the last couple of years, how it looked like, and then also compare to the US market. And that way I want to present to you a case where our market may not be really rallying. And if it does rally, if you look back, the best performance, right, overall where we have was 4%, and then we have 4%, and then 3%. Now remember, 4% was because of a sell-off. All right, then we have a 4% was a sell-off, and then if you look into this 0.08, pretty average. We have a little bit of sell-off on October, right? We got 4 months out of the market coming back. So most we will see probably is a 2%. Okay, 2. And from where we are, let me just use my calculator. Okay, so just bear with me. I'll bring up my calculator. So if I have my calculator here, and let's look at the KLCI, right now is 1604, so 2%. Okay, so we just multiply the 1604 times 1.02, which is 1636. Okay, so 1636 is very similar to all the analysts which I was talking about, 1620. All right, 2%, because currently the CI is up 10%, right? If you look at here, the CI is up 10%. So with another 2%, what do you think? If you think our market will rally 2% for the month of December, give me your thoughts on your comment there. I'd like to hear in depth. So this is basically how you want to calculate the year-end closing, okay? But the month of January may be different, right? Which we'll get on to the next slide in here. So if you look at the US market, it paints another different picture. US market movement are more predictable. Now, having said that, I would say almost 10% of the people I meet, especially in the KLCI, especially the generally the older one, they do not invest in US market. And I do hope that many of you who are listening tonight has some sort of a good portfolio spread out in the US. And if you have done so, you have seen the return for this year in the S&P 500 were about 24%. Compared to the KLCI 10%, and last year 2023 was almost 23%. Only 2022 was the year where the Ukraine and the Russian war that we saw inflation hike. Of course, when inflation goes up, what did the US Federal Reserve do? They also raised interest rate. So for pretty much of 2024, there have been 2 or 3 cuts. 2025 there will be more cuts, so expect year 2025 is going to be more rallying in this, like what we saw. Now remember, year 2022, which you see here, is due to the reason which I state for raising interest rate. Every time when they raise interest rate, expect the market to fall. And when they cut interest rate, what they did in year 2020 because of the COVID situation, as also year 2021, you can see market just shoot straight up 18 to 24%. So that's why I said US market is a very predictable market where everybody gang up together just to push the stock market, and especially the year 2025 where we have Donald Trump, the businessman everything move, and that's why you can only be bullish in the US market. So expect another 20% return, or at least 18 to 20% return for year 2025. Mark my word for that. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty confident we're going to be there. Now, let's turn our attention back to the year 2024, which is where we are for the KLCI, using the KLCI futures as a chart here. So you can see from here, we are back just below or supported at the 200-day moving average. That's how bad we are, at a 10%. So for the remainder of the month, I do see the market sort of move sideways, triggering along the 200-day moving average, which you see this point. Okay, this is the 200-day moving average. Okay, this part here, this line here, maybe I'm just gonna switch back to here. So this is the 200-day moving average. That's the one. So it's just gonna hover around here and not gonna go much. The most is that you got this resistance, which is 1636, I believe. Yeah, that's where we calculated the 2%, right? My estimation of 2%. So it's not going to go that much going to down in here. Perhaps the last 3 days, which I've talked about just after Christmas, Boxing Day, 26, 27, 28, the market push up. And because many people are already on leave, it's very easy to push up 2-3% for window dressing. So keep in mind. So now we go back to the previous year, year 2022. You can see year 2022 also very muted. Let me just bring up to here. So you can see from here, this is the December month. You can see there is a resistance on the left hand side, the old high, which we have currently is at 1635.36. So that's how it will go. If you hit there and you get an upthrust, market U-turn will come back down again. So expect that. So nothing much for the month of December. Okay, let's go to year 2022. Now year 2022, let me just mark it again for you so you observe at the right place. So this is where we are. So you can see from here now where we have this climatic widespread bar. This is when Anwar became prime minister. Anwar became prime minister for the first time, the 10th prime minister, and you can see the market reacted very well, hit the 200-day moving average and then come back down. The problem with KLCI is anytime when you have widespread bar or high volume, it is going to be a distribution bar. It's going to be smart money distributing at the top. As soon as it hit it, market did not rally. Because why? No foreign fund want to support. So when you get the kind of foreign fund to support, you just push up, no more power, come back down again. And that's what usually we're going to see. So it hits, let's say right now, between month of December, it hit 1636 and then come back down. There's no power, it's going to push up because of the foreign fund that is coming in, and whatever project that is already out has been already, made known to everybody. Unless the HSR, the high-speed railway, has been played down, because I think the transport minister said that maybe due to the current deficit of the country is facing, we may not want to do it because they're proceeding ahead with the I think urban transit, the Pearl Railway, or Pearl LRT in Penang. That's a fair bit of money that the federal government have to put in. So you can see nothing special, well supported around there. All right, now we turn our attention to year 2021, and you can see year 2021 again. Let me just bring up the image here. We'll draw somewhere from here, right? So year 2021 was the COVID year. All right, year 2022 was a COVID year, and you can see the market actually felt more on this side. They felt more, and then only the last couple of weeks the market rally. What is really evident, and the summary I want to share with you, is that the rally happened. The real rally happened after year end. That's right. After 31st of December, the first 2 weeks of January, we'll see the rally. And that's my conclusion. That's what I see. Do you agree or not? Right? Let me know. Type it in your comment there if you agreed with me that we will only see the KLCI market rally only on the first week or second week. So need to wait for one more month. What do you think? Let me know. Type it in there if you agree. For those of you who are listening tonight. So I hope you got this fact important. I don't want you all just to come and listen, but experiment with me. Let that idea flow through to you, and then only you kind of know it. Now, if you look on the top side here is the monthly return for year 2026, when the what we have when this was still Najib days, before 2018, where we have the 2016 was President Trump sworn in. You can see the impact of the first term of Trump. You can see the January month was really bad. So it's going to be quite a repeat, because 2025 will be the second term of the January. So we will see maybe market may be also muted, pretty much not going anywhere. All right, then 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 were all the COVID. After year-end rally, the market just collapsed. And 2024 was slightly better because the US rally and so any chance of rally, okay, will be on the first and second week of January. So the December month Bursa usually very little activity trading. All right, keep in mind, this is my first point I want to get up to you. Do you all agree or not? All right, type it in there. If you agree, just type 1 to know that our members are appreciative, or give me a thumbs up. At least I know that you are listening attentively. Now let's go on to the US market. Now the US market, I'll use the S&P 500 as a comparison here. So if you look at the comparison in here, and you can see right now the US using the VSA trend line auto trender plot, you can see market really testing the 6,000. Now previously we were like 5,002, 5,008, market got up, and we all know the S&P 500 has been up consistently about 20% for the last 3 out of 5 years. So this is where you want to make the kind of bulk of money in here. So market hit 6,000, continue to go up. You can see a nice uptrend. Year 2023, same thing, also uptrend here. Only after it rallied very strongly towards the last 2 to 3 weeks of December, market fall a bit. All right, that's the US market. US market is the other way around. First week of the January, they don't rally that much, because December they push up the market like hell. 2023. Now 2022 a bit muted. You can see after it hits the 200-day moving average market move, this was the miss of the COVID, so the market was a bit weak, but still support around 3,800, and then try to retest back the 4,000 mark in 2022. 2021 was slightly higher. All right, slightly higher, but there were a lot of resistance at 4,008. And when the 2021 came in, the January, right, where we saw the second wave of the COVID, right, in 2022, the second wave, and then the market fell off a bit in here. So there were about 2 wave or 3 wave for the US market. Right now, there's no more COVID, so you can see very convincingly, year 2023 and year 2024, we'll see the market rally, but there will be some pullback on the first week of January 2025 for the US market. All right, so for the others, we'll look at the Bursa KLCI. We're going to looking at some sectorial analysis. And for those of you who have our VSA 360 members, I thank you for your support for all this year. If you are renewing, we appreciate your business in here. And sector average is definitely one. Sectorial analysis is very important as part and parcel. So let's take a look at the sectorial analysis in here. So you can see right now, this is the VSA 360. Definitely the foreign fund flows are really flowing out. So that's why you can see the KLCI still try to balance between the outflow and the local institutional are holding the fort. So that's why you don't see the market going up at all, because you have a lot of net selling, around 320 million. So which is a good thing. Now you have heavy selling, then they will come back in. All right. Any Black Friday promotion, Mr. Martin? We did our 11/11 sales. That's a one. Okay. And also the October 10/10 sales. So those are like our Black Friday sales. We do it earlier a bit because Black Friday people do. We don't do. We do 11/11. All right. So I hope that you all has managed to get hold of the 11/11 sales. A very good promotion in here. All right. And right now you can see this market fall some more in here. And such that it's kind of sort of balanced out. Okay, today YTL did pretty well, up 7%. All right, but YTL power up 7, but a bit too late lah. Fallen a lot already. But that's why the market is up only slightly. And then the healthcare are turning back, which we already know on Form U in here. Technology has turned from good to bad, like it you can see this week and last week. But let's take a look at our sector in here. A lot of them are red. You can see the KLCI is also red, has been red for 15 days. Technologies turned green, Pentagon for 36 days. Pretty good, holding up nicely in here, right? But it didn't go much. It kind of pulled back. And you have the next one was the healthcare, which actually moved up a fair bit. So that's the one I think I've talked about a bit during some of my breakfast show. The healthcare is definitely one of them. Check out the healthcare sector. And the other sectors, if you look from here, positive is only healthcare. Finally, healthcare, which has already been beaten so badly, now is back from it. So this is certainly the KLCI sector is important because right now you can see the overall for the month of December is not going to go anywhere. All right, as I said before, just going to move sideways. So we need to choose the strong sector. All right, so the strong sector is the healthcare. So this is where you can look at stocks like Hata, okay, or Top Glove, right? You can see, right, Hata going up nicely, and then you can look at Kosan also going up nicely. Yeah, so this is where the trend is. So by looking at the sectors, you can pretty much ride on this. Look at the sector first, then only go to the high market cap stock. All right, high market cap stock. Okay, so this is where you want to look into it. So then let's go on to we've done some real. Okay. Let's also look at the plantation. Okay, which done pretty well. Plantation. But now we are undergoing correction, which is usually after the Indonesia came out with the mandatory B40 biodiesel. Right. I think something like 40% of their so-called crude palm oil cannot be exported, so there will be very tight supply as such that that's where we see the plantation stock rally. But since then they came off a bit from in here. Okay, we'll look at US market shortly, but let's look at the others. We also look at the trade VSA buy call. So if you look at the weeks, last week was 16. Now every time weeks measure the fear index, so the higher it is, the more fearful it is. We for the pretty much of year 2024, we have 3 big sell-off, which was in November, sometime in just September, and also early September, but the big one was in August 5th. Remember the big sell-off? That was the big wash, and it did hit 40, and then the market suddenly turned back. So this is where you want to play around using the wicks. When the market turn around the 20 or 40, that's where the market actually make a U-turn. And right now we are seeing, this is the latest one, and it has broken from 16 now to 14. Right, once you go into the 14 and 13, then it is in the up nice trend bar, which is like we say before, pretty month of December 2024, the US market will be in a nice uptrend where the fear numbers are very, very low. Right now it's about 14. It's going to come down to 12, 13. Then that's where we'll see the market rally remaining of the 3 weeks of the month. So let's take a look at the KLCI right now using the, all right. So this is where usually I want to blow up my chart here and just to showcase to you. So the KLCI, let me just bring this again. Okay, bring this down. So let's look at the FKI. So you look from here, the KLCI, the auto trend line. What do you see in the auto trend line? That's the one coming down. It's showing downtrend. That's right. It's showing overall downtrend. We are very close to the double support here at 1580. Market will just rebound back, as I said before. It's not going to go lower. It's not going to go higher. It's pretty much where it is. Okay, next one is Dow. Let's take a look at Dow. So Dow, I'll use YM1. So Dow is heading higher, just broke through the 45,000, and tonight we'll see another new high again, definitely for sure, based on the reason that I said before, the week's indicator, and also going for the rally for remaining of 3 years. Now remember, keep in mind for the US market, if the market do rally until year end, the first week we'll see a bit of profit taking. All right, so if you want to take some profit, will be the last week, and then Monday we'll see a bit of profit taking. Okay, next we look at the S&P 500. That will be ES1. So you can see pretty much retest back the old high at 6,000, and once it do break, we'll see green pentagon coming in here. And last but not least is the Nasdaq, which is NQ1. Now I show you this every week is to make sure you guys are familiar seeing the overall index and then build some sort of a feeling about the market, the surrounding of the market. As you see it more often, then you know where is the stopping point, where is the market likely to hold its level and pull back. And right now we can see on top here, Nasdaq is going through a pullback, just like we saw the big red pentagon when they say there is no interest rate cut for the month of December. So the market actually sell off, but holding the support at 20,000, now rallying back. So they're just waiting for another catalyst, right? Like another interest rate cut. That's going to be depend on, I think, on the 12th of December, where the inflation figures will be released for the month of November. So if that figure is lower, then you'll see this market rallying in here. All right, pretty predictable, as I said before. US, a lot of the conduit, a lot of the environment are pushing the US market higher and higher. Okay, let's take a look at the HSI. Now HSI paint a different picture, despite of the trillions of dollars that the PBOC, the Central Bank of China, tried to pump in, right? So you saw that big pumping in, the market move up, just like, you know, after Anwar became the 10th Prime Minister, market went up, right? Then sell off. This is what we get to. So market just sell off, now almost back to all the money that they push in, just, you know, little bit only, little bit of support, and Hang Seng doesn't look good. So you can see it is at the support, I think around the 9,000 level is that great support in here. And will it rally year end? Pretty much like going to be the same power. Now the thing with Hang Seng, you need the foreign funds to come in. If the foreign funds don't come in, that is likelihood this market's not going to go anywhere. So Hang Seng maybe just moving sideways for most of the day. Now let's look at the ringgit right now, which is important. You can see time and time again 4.35, 4.44, and then 4.469, and you can see all these are leading. China to US dollar are heading higher, and we are also heading higher. The fact is ringgit may just stabilize at 4.46, 4.4, short of 4.47. Let's see if China continue to weaken, the pressure for the ringgit to weaken will continue too. Now looking at the KLCI in here, expect the most is another 2%. If you look back in the average, it's about 1%. Finishing at 10% or 11% is very, very respectable. Like what we had in 2017 is because for the month of December, we have a 4.6% rally here. Okay, now let's take a look at the stock trade idea or the buy call that we have last week. Okay, so this is something I want to showcase, which is our new product since we became the digital investment advisor. So let's look at VStack. Let me just push it over here. All right, and now I can't make this smaller, can I? No, I cannot. So let me see. I think what I can do is to enlarge this a bit. Okay. Yep. So enlarge this a bit, then you can see it better. Okay. So VStack, this call was on the 19th. Okay, 19. So which was last week. So let's take a look at VStack. So VStack first TP was 395, which the hit to 385. No, 390. Okay, TP just short of it, but right now still holding up in here. TP2 will be 422. Stop loss will be 312, which is way down somewhere around here. Okay, so somewhere around here, giving it a chance to hit it. So let's look at UUE. If within 1 week hit very well. The UUE is TP1 is 795 coming soon. So today is already 79, very close to it. 79 call price was a buy below 77, and stop loss is at 70 cent here. All right, so this is construction, pretty good. UEM was a downturn, broke through the SL, which is the stop loss. You can see the 24 cents here, there's the market pullback. Now some of these are already in the VSA 360, the Pentagon in here. It's just that now we package it into a buy call with sell and buy call. So if you look at the C-Stack, did hit, this was the high at 27.5, 29.5, cut loss as 24. It did touch, but didn't close lower than that. All right, right now the market is up 4%. The smaller the value, the more volatile it is. Let's look at Salute. Now out from here, you can see UEM is 5-star, Salute, C-Stack is 5-star, Naim. Okay, let's look at look at Salute first. Okay, hey, Salute is no A1. Okay. So Salute, it's really volatile. You can see, hit up here 16%, then sell back up, and then move back up 10%. It's almost where it is. Naim is up 2%, and then today went down, still holding there, and Naim stop loss is at 107. I don't think it was triggered. Hit 107. Okay, on that day, and then it opened up and closed back up around here. So you need to go below 107. Okay, and Miko, the market went up, and then you can see this level 69, 67. Yeah, the market has to be on close. 67 on close. So it didn't close it, so that's pretty okay. So let's look at this week. This week is Taliwork, okay, which is active from the 26th. So wow, this one already jumped up so much, 4.46. So we'll see how this one will fare. YTL Power, market has moved up, from 26 was yesterday. So today was up 6%. Okay, then we have Sarawak Plantation. Okay, this one is also moving nicely. All right, and Plytech. So these are the ones that we're going to be coming back to look at this. Okay, MSC and Gas Malaysia. All right, let's take a look at the US side now. US, we have EIX. US definitely moved much better. Remember, our KLCI not going anywhere down. EIX is Edison's. So you can see from Edison on the 18, right? The call was 18, move up a lot more, which is easier to trade, as I said before. US, okay. Then you have Duke, which is the oil and gas. Just move it over here, right? You can see utilities. These are energy sectors, also up. Okay. Then we have DE, John Deere. Okay, also up and hit 432 TP2. And this one was really pushing up in here. I think this one is reacting to Trump's John Deere when they tax Mexican, and then I think they have to do some. Oh, the earnings was good. Yeah, the earning was good, up 17%. John Deere, the agriculture. Okay, you can see market up. Then we have CL, Colgate Palmolive. Oh no, CL, yeah, Colgate Palmolive, I remember. So also up on the 18 Green Pentagon and up. Yep, US is easier to trade, as I said before. Everything also up. Dominion Energy, Green Pentagon also up. BS, these are energy BSX. Okay, you can take note of that. Boston Scientific, this one also up on the 18. Yeah, also up, up. And then APD, which is the air product and chemical, also up. Okay, $300 also up. So this week we have Amazon. You all know Amazon, right? So check it out on the Smart Roby. We have Cisco. We have ECL. Okay, Cisco is the Cisco route. ECL is the Ecolab, a chemical company, right? This one here, and we got MA, Mastercard. Okay, and not to forget Microsoft. Microsoft also turned Green Pentagon too. All right. And Microsoft, you're all easy, right? Microsoft turning Green Pentagon. So that one is going to be next 3 weeks. May see a bit of rally in here. Timus is mobile, T-Mobile US also rallying. You can see this one been rallying for some time. And look at that, straight up. PPG, this one is a California utilities company. Okay, and only this one was down, utility company, and then had pull up. So this one is down for just before the market, and then we have NXPI, Next Semiconductors, used to be the old Motorola. Okay, so you can see all the semiconductors are behaving like the parent the parent ETF, which is SOXX. All right, so that's a rundown of the US sector in here, and of course next week we will come back and take a look how well they perform. So the emotion on the market right now for the KLCI is definitely uncertainty. For US, lots of greed, lot of greed. Okay, lots of greedy, and I hope that the evidence that I supported in here. Okay, we have L Yapi say that you said there will be a rally in here. Is it the right time to buy now some US or wait for next month profit taking? This is the best rally ever. I think L, we've been coming to my talk for some time. All right, treat the market as a short term, right? Don't take too long term. Okay, the problem is a lot of people uneducated or just do paper trading first. Okay, do paper trading first. If you have not traded the US market, use Smart Roby in here and take short-term profit, 4-5%, 7-8%. Take it. Don't keep for too long, right? Come back in the market, and then you're much better off. Okay, don't buy the kind of hold for too long unless you understand US market much better. Okay, due to quarterly gap up, Taliwork gap up. So the facts presented, the Malaysian market is in stage 3, stage 4 distribution, whereas US market we will see a stage 2 continuing up market, but we'll see a correction coming very soon for the US, maybe in the first week. So that's all we have for the live Facebook in here. All our buy and sell call is powered by Pentagon Guider, which is a proprietary trading system for the Trade VSA, regulated by the Securities Commission of Malaysia. All right, so stick to the Pentagon Guide as a guide. Move over to US if you see the weakening ringgit. Of course, most people, they tend to move very, very slowly. By the time they move to the US market, already too late. All right, so it's all based on how much involvement you want to be in. Do the paper trading first. Get a good mentor. All right, like myself, listen to me. Do all the back tests. Do all the trades and see how well you perform. After all the advice we given here are available on YouTube. You can check out some of my previous recommendations, will be all there. You don't need to pay a lot, and the only thing you can support us is subscribe to the Smart Roby monthly subscription, which is only 9 ringgit 90 cents a month. That's all you have, and a fairly good system in here. Or you want to upgrade to the VSA 360, which we previously have a sale. Our members continue to enjoy the premium membership that I do, the weekly live trading, and pretty much of what we've done has turned a lot our trader very, very profitable. So make sure you join our Telegram chat room for all our stock market information in here. We will stop here. Don't want to keep you too long. A lot of information that we are giving you. Absorb it. Re-watch this video to get the idea right. So we wish you all the best. Look no further. The US market is going to rally the next 3 weeks, while our Bursa market will just move sideways. Perhaps in the last 3 days of the KLCI will just push up, and then beginning the first week and second week, the KLCI will do much better in 2025. That's all I have. See you on next week. Bye.